Hi, I'm Paddycake, and this is my best friend, Brent. We've been besties for a while now, and one of the things we bonded over was our shared love of Madlibs. On Christmas a few years ago, Brent pitched the idea to me to create a show where we use AI art to accentuate the humor of Madlibs. 3 weeks later, we started filming, and we haven't stopped since. Through this project, we hope to share our weird humor and to highlight both the unexpected beauty and complete absurdity of AI-generated art. Welcome to MidJourney Madlibs. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games and another episode of MidJourney Madlibs. With me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm struggling a little bit to put on this backpack, but otherwise I'm good.
Okay. We'll get to that a little bit later when we start talking about the Madlibs, but we're not going to waste any time. You guys know how this works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into those Madlibs. We then take those sentences, we run them through MidJourney, we create art, we get together, we share the art, and we laugh. And that's the show. And we hope you like it. And if you do like it, look down below the video. There's a button just for you. Click the thumbs up button. That tells us that you like the video. It also helps out the channel and the series quite a bit. And if you're doing that, you might as well click on the subscribe button. That'll super help out the channel. And if you want to really super duper help out the channel, you can click the notification bell. That'll let you know when new videos are posted to the channel, so you'll never miss anything. All right, Brent, you, my friend, are up first tonight. So what you got for us?
Everybody has a backpack, right?
I've got one hanging on the doorknob right in front of me.
And I have always been a backpack type person. This is quite the backpack, don't you think?
Yeah, I see what I'm guessing is a durian fruit stuck to the top of it. And various pockets, some of which don't look like they're actually even attached to the backpack.
The school bus drowned its deviled egg.
Well, that's a horrible thing to do to a delicious piece of food.
Also, why did it have a deviled egg?
I don't know. Well, gosh, that doesn't look like any school bus I've been on. I've been on quite a few. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it looks like a train. It's like a demon train.
It's a devil's train.
Maybe that's why they drowned it. That's it, drowned it.
Oh yeah, but there's no drowned, and I see no eggs, but I do see a deviled train.
So the bus drowned its deviled egg, and I ran out the door, dabbling a piece of donuts for breakfast and my backpack.
Well, she ran out the door with a donut on a plate.
A really big donut. I don't see a backpack.
No,
but
she left that
maybe
behind.
It's really narrow. I chose this one because the art is so different from what we normally get.
It's like a watercolor almost.
Mm-hmm. But you can see the motion, so that's also interesting. My dad and I are always late for the bus, and it makes the driver distraught.
In case anyone hasn't picked up on this by now,
yes.
I had the letter D as my theme, so all the words I gave had to start with the letter D. That's why it's so alliterative.
Yeah. So, yeah, the bus driver was distraught. At school, we were always in a rush, too.
That's a very distraught bus driver. Oh, my God. That's way more distraught than I was picturing.
Yeah.
Why is he black and white? I would be distraught, too, if I was suddenly transplanted out of a 1930s movie.
Well, I think it's Joaquin Phoenix, but I don't know. I mean, the disco dancers in the hall are dangling and distracting on the way to class. It can be total chaos.
Oh, the hall monitors are disco dancers. I love it. You're not supposed to be out here. You need to get back to class.
So funny. It looks like an 80s jazzercise video.
It totally does. It totally does.
Oh, that hair. I mean, the guy's hair is okay, but those girls, I don't know what's going on. My first class is driver's ed. I was sitting down just as the bell rang, about to pull my doodad out of my backpack.
Oh. Hello, Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us.
I got a lot of interesting ones from this. I'm not sure who is the student, and is that the driver's ed teacher, and are they in a military jeep?
Is it
in a house?
Is it right? It's like a jeep inside a house. And is it the apocalypse? Because why are they? Everyone's dirty and it's weird. And I like that he's holding his hand like this.
I don't know. It's very, very odd in general. Oh, I could have probably done this one over and over and over. To my surprise, it was not in my backpack.
Oh.
But my diamond was.
Oh my gosh! What was my diamond doing in my backpack?
That sounds like a humble brag if I ever saw one.
Right? Well, my doodad wasn't in there, but my diamond was in there.
Yeah, and it's big. Not only did I not have my homework, my durian fruit was gone. And instead of my gym shorts, I had my daughter's dumpster fire.
Okay. God. Okay, obviously this sentence really confused MidJourney because it didn't know what to do. It gave us a dinosaur head and a dude with a mullet and an athletic outfit, a disembodied hand, and two girls floating in midair.
Something else back there.
Yeah, and then something else in the background that has a leg and what seems like it might be a face, but we're not sure. Yeah, boy, that's wild. Bopat. Go Bopat.
It's so well. And hello, the child has the same shirt.
I was about to say the child has the same shirt as the adult. It's a Bopat shirt. whatever that is.
Look quite whole, but we're gonna go along. I was so down in the dumps and completely lost.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Me.
Yes.
Have you ever
had a driver's ed teacher too?
Right. Have you ever been so sad that you just stop your car and go examine the ground in front of it? That's pretty down.
I also can't tell if this car is white and covered with gore, or if it's red and just faded. But then again, it is a driver's ed car, and maybe it is blood. Sorry.
You're not lying.
I carry all of my most important stuff in my backpack. My drum, dart, and my daisy. What a mix-up.
Okay, well, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
Why does he have a gun?
And maybe 2 or 3.
Right? And
there's that. And a giant bell pepper.
I was about to say a giant bell pepper and your cell phone, which, by the way, you shouldn't carry your cell phone like that because someone's liable to just walk up and snag it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. All those guns might be a deterrent.
It's time for those dishonorable mentions. Yes.
Those look like flaming Cheetos in the sky.
This is the donut one, dabbling a piece of donuts for breakfast, and my backpack. This time he does have his backpack.
That's true.
And some capris.
Yeah, and he's apparently flying.
Or really high up.
Right.
It's a mess. Next, what do we got now? Oh, we got our distraught bus driver.
God. Distraught bus driver / kidnapper.
Or that could just be me and my dad being late to the bus and we're running. But
it could be. But if you're running, why are you ahead of the bus?
Maybe they're trying to catch up and they got too far.
They ran too fast.
Well, that's why the bus driver's distraught, because they're always like running in front of the bus because they're late. First class was driver's ed.
Okay. For some reason, it took place in a yellow submarine bus.
That's why I had to put this, because I was just like,
oh, weird. Weird.
I mean, I would wear this on a shirt in a heartbeat.
It's super cute. I agree.
This is actually those disco dancers.
Oh, wow.
In the hall, dangling and distracting on the way to class.
She looks like she's in pain. Poor thing.
Well, she is dangling. Yeah, no. Yeah. It is definitely distracting too.
Absolutely.
Those pants.
They're very shiny.
Oh, this is probably one of the most bizarre and hilarious ones, and you won't guess which one it is.
Well, I was thinking it was the durian fruit, but I'm betting it's not.
No, it's, to my surprise, it was not in my backpack, but my diamond was.
Really? This gave you that?
I don't know what that fruit is.
It looks like pumpkin. Like just a big old wedge of pumpkin that's been cut off.
Also, her hand is at quite an odd angle. I mean, who eats like that?
No, it's like this because it's the pinky. So yeah, like you'd have to have your other hand to help you because it's really difficult to hold something at that angle. Unless that's somebody else's hand that's shoving it in her mouth.
There could be that too.
Okay. That's like something out of a Lovecraftian horror movie. So
My durian fruit was gone.
You're walking along the seashore and you come across these young maidens who are sisters, and they invite you to come sample the fruits of the ocean, and before you know it, you're part of a cult.
Or you're eating Cthulhu's eggs or something.
Aww. That's cute. As Dora the Explorer discovers durian fruit.
and breaks her leg. And there's that dumpster fire too. I mean,
they got it all.
I think that they probably ought to incinerate this backpack. I mean, if the dumpster fire that was inside of it didn't already take care of it.
Yeah, it might have already done it. All right. Well, that was an interesting story about a backpack, and I must say I don't think I've ever had that many strange objects in my backpack. Normally, it's just a laptop, some books, maybe a board game, some dice. That's about it. I wonder if Lady Shablagoose ever had some weird things in her backpack. Maybe she'll tell us about that sometime.
This one it gets closer to what she's used to in cooking and friendship, and yeah, you'll like it, I think.
Well, let's find out. And now, Country Fried Fairy Tales with Mother Shablagoose.
Hi, y'all. It's time for another one of my southern fairy tales. This is one that came from my neighbor. Once upon a time, in the heart of the southern woods, there lived a sly old raccoon named Rascal, a chatty blue jay named Jasper, and a laid-back turtle named Tumbleweed. Now, these critters were as southern as pecan pie and sweet tea, but their friendship was a bit odd, to say the least. One fine day, Rascal sauntered over to Tumbleweed's cozy burrow and declared, "How about we throw ourselves a shindig, a grand feast with cornbread and collard greens? But mind you, I've got important raccoon business to attend to, so y'all best get started." Jasper squawked in agreement. "Indeed! Let's make it a feast to remember. Tumbleweed, my fine friend, will you handle the cornbread?" Tumbleweed, being the easygoing turtle he was, nodded and said, "Sure thing, y'all. I'll get on that cornbread right away." Now, as Tumbleweed ambled off to gather ingredients, Rascal and Jasper reclined on the porch, chatting away. When Tumbleweed returned, his little legs weary from foraging, he found the raccoon and Jay enjoying a delightful gossip session. "Ah, Tumbleweed, there you are," said Rascal. "How about you whip up that cornbread while Jasper and I discuss the latest buzz in the forest?" Tumbleweed sighed, but got to work. He mixed and kneaded. All the while, the chatty duo continued their tales without lifting a paw or a feather to help. As the aroma of freshly baked cornbread wafted through the air, Rascal exclaimed, "Well, I'll be, Tumbleweed, you've outdone yourself. This feast is going to be the talk of the forest." Jasper chimed in, "Absolutely. Now let's go spread the word while Tumbleweed finishes up the rest." And so, the day of the feast arrived, but something was amiss. Tumbleweed had done so much work, and Jasper and Rascal had merely flapped their jaws. The critters from far and wide gathered, and as they savored the scrumptious cornbread, they noticed Tumbleweed looking a tad glum. In the end, the southern critters learned a lesson, a tale of how not to be a good friend. It's not just about enjoying the fruits of someone else's labor, but lending a paw or wing in the kitchen too. And so, my friends, remember the tale of Rascal, Jasper, and Tumbleweed when you gather round for a feast. Be a good friend, or you might find yourself with nothing but crumbs and regrets. Now, I will say, sometimes it's a better friend who stays out of your kitchen. Because, well, you know how much I love to cook, and sometimes, I don't need another cook in my kitchen. Bye.
You know what? That is sound advice, Lady Shablagoose, and I agree. If you can't cook, you need to stay your ass out my kitchen, because I don't want nobody messing up my food, because I'm the cook of the family. But it's my turn now, and I've got a Madlib for you guys. My Madlib tonight is called What to Do When You Have a Cold. So
I might have something in my backpack.
We are approaching the winter season, so I thought it would be kind of a cool idea to do a topical Madlib, because a lot of people get colds this time of year. So here's what you do when you have a cold. You can always tell when you're getting a cold. And it's
Because you wrap yourself up in a lobster blanket?
It's apparently very nerve-wracking. Very anxiety-inducing.
Something about this blanket bothers my eyes.
So you can always tell when you're getting a cold, because your debt will feel stuffy and you will have a school ache.
Oh, wow.
Revel in the destruction, my child.
I'm trying to figure out, how did you get school ache out of this? Because it looks more like worse than an ache.
Yeah, it looks like school destruction, post-apocalyptic. But
Yes,
Carrie's
grandchild isn't schooled.
Well, the child is unscathed, so it makes it kind of seem like he's the cause, which is interesting in its own way.
Yeah, my bad. Not Carrie. I don't even remember. What was her name in Firestarter?
Drew Barrymore? I don't remember the character's name. The first thing to do is take a couple of $2,000 bills. Now, I had to add the word bills to it to make the sentence make sense, because the word you gave me was just $2,000.
Yeah.
So there you go. Here's a couple of $2,000 bills. I have a feeling these are counterfeit.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
I mean, you can't just like put $200 bills together and make 2,000.
Then get into your dream job and rest and drink plenty of water. But maybe not that much.
What exactly is your dream job? Does it involve sitting on the beach in a suit?
In a chair? In a suit?
Or has it been flooded? Or, yeah.
Sometimes it's fun being sick.
And sometimes it's clearly not.
Sometimes it's clearly a nightmare. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on here or what all these apparatuses are. It almost looks like he has a bubble around his head with all these things attached to it.
I feel like he may not be on Earth.
That is also a possibility.
Floating.
That is also a possibility. And I don't know, what's in his hands? It's like controls of some kind? I don't know. It's weird. Food is brought to you on an animal so you can eat and watch TV. He's so cute. He's so cute.
I don't know what I was expecting, but not that.
He's so cute. So I got like most of the pictures I got with this one was animals sitting with food on a couch, which was super cute. But this was the cutest of them all.
Didn't Alvin wear a red hoodie?
He totally did, and so it's totally Alvin from the Chipmunks sitting at home eating pizza with a. We're gonna say that's apple juice. He didn't get into Dave's beer supply. And your temperature is taken by putting a labor in your cotton. FYI, the word labor is banned, so I use the word work.
Wow.
I mean, it.
And
Labor
wasn't my word.
Labor and cotton were your words.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was from TV time.
Yeah, it was TV time. So what was interesting about this? It was so on the nose because it's got temperature and it's got cotton, and the thermometer is made out of cotton.
I don't think that'd be very accurate, but I mean,
Probably not. If your temperature goes over 1,766 degrees, a doctor should be called.
No, a mortician should be
Right.
called. Or maybe the fire department.
The fire department should be called, probably. But here's your doctor. He has a fabulous hat.
And that coat and
that
cravat.
coat, right? But that hat is what sold me. As soon as I saw the hat, it's like, oh, that's the one.
Possibly also this just may be a fever dream. Though at that temperature, your brain would have already melted out.
He will thump you on the Constitution and say, iconic! Iconic!
I do like that it looks like they're at a constitutional convention.
Exactly. Then he will ask you what ivy you ate the night before and x-ray your stomach. Now, I don't know about you, but I have been to the doctor many times when I had some sort of a sinus infection, and they have never x-rayed my stomach. Ever.
I mean, the only good reason that they would x-ray your stomach is if they feel like you've eaten something that's going to show up on an x-ray.
Exactly. So I don't know what this author who wrote this Madlib, I don't know what they were thinking.
Okay, read that again.
He will thump you on the... No, sorry. Then he will ask you what ivy you ate the night before and x-ray your stomach. I got a lot of skeletons in the images that were generated, and I figure X-Ray probably created that.
Yeah.
This was the most interesting one that I found because it almost looked like this weird skeletal apothecary witch that's trying to cure your cold,
I told you, it's worse than a cold. It definitely is worse
It's
than a cold.
definitely worse
Whatever
than
it
a cold.
is.
Finally, he will give you charming advice on how to get well. Do this, and you will get well.
Well, at least he's no longer a skeleton. He turned into He-Man.
Right? He's very accusatory. If you do just what he says, you'll feel strong in no time.
Oh, my.
He's very strong! Ah!
I think he may have gone overboard just a tad. But, you do you.
I love that MidJourney has not lost the crossed-eyed anger thing. Because that's always been one of my favorite little quirks of MidJourney. That when you get angry people, their eyes are crossed.
He has 3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, so he's a cartoon character.
Yeah, he also looks like he might be part Nosferatu. Or maybe that's what his cold really was.
Right?
He was turning into a vampire all this time.
Right? Well, I mean, you kind of went the opposite direction for body temperature if you went to 70, 66 degrees. Maybe he went out in the sun.
Yeah. Was it a cold? You better get back inside before you burst into ash or whatever.
Are you ready for some honorable mentions?
Oh, of course.
All right, here is the first one. This is a school ache. Your debt will feel stuffy and you'll have a school ache. And I love that it combined the idea of debt and the idea of school into one image, because he's got papers and calculators and computers all around him, which is sort of debt related, and then he's got books and stuff in front of him that he's trying to study, and he's so distraught.
Weird typewriters with screens?
Yeah, well,
it's like those old word processors.
Old word processors, yeah. This, believe it or not, is the first thing you do is take a couple of $2,000 bills. So it's a couple of things, so it gave me 2. And I have to ask you, is it Jesus? Or is it Dave Grohl? This is, he will thump you on the Constitution and say, iconic!
Oh, I can hear him saying that. That's so weird. Why is he on fire?
I don't know. This is, he will ask you what ivy you ate the night before and x-ray your stomach.
And you can just see all that ivy right there in you.
Yep, once the x-ray sees, if he sees this, you're done for. The ivy has grown into your body and there's no saving you. That is it. That is the end of my Madlib for today.
It's delightful. Sorry.
I had a lot of fun with that one. And that's going to do it for tonight's episode of MidJourney Madlibs. Thank you for coming by and watching the video. We always appreciate every view that we get. Make sure you click on like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Like and subscribe.
The algorithm demands it.